Hey friends, let's talk about the making of Perry Spore. We are still in the pre-production process, and I realized just now that I haven't been vlogging, that I probably should be vlogging this experience, because this is my first scripted content on my own channel. I'm sort of producing it myself, along with the help of everybody else working on it, who includes Taylor, who's writing, Miles, who's directing, Zach, who's shooting, Ashley, who's also acting, Whitney, who's helping produce, Chris, who's helping do stuff, and other people are helping as well. This has been a really interesting process for me because it's my first ever scripted thing that I'm producing myself. So Perry Spore is a short film, and this all started when I was talking with my friend Ben Giroux, who is also doing a lot of YouTube stuff these days, and I was talking about how I really enjoy my YouTube channel and I'm doing a lot of question and answer stuff on there, but that you guys, my audience, want to see me do more acting, and that's hard for me to do because I like to save my acting for stuff that I feel proud of. I don't want to just come on here and do a monologue because I don't feel like that's a good use of my talent. I want to show you guys stuff that is polished and produced and save my skills for that sort of thing. And so he said, well, I'm sure you know a lot of good writers. Why don't you ask somebody to write for you? And I kind of was like, oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I always feel bad asking people to do stuff for me because I've seen people really be taken advantage of in this industry, and I in fact have been one of those people who's been taken advantage of, and I don't want to do that to other people. But I kind of tossed it around for a little bit. I thought about Taylor Brogan, who is just moving out to California this year, who just graduated from the University of Chicago, and I've known her for a while, and she worked on Squaresville and Lizzie Bennett in some capacity, and she's very smart and very funny, and I knew that she was writing for Frankenstein, MD. So I approached her, and I just was kind of like, hey, I want to do something on my channel. I don't know what I want it to be at all. I want it to be simple, but something that is different than what I've done before and something that requires acting and is fairly easy to execute. Do you think you would want to write me something? And she absolutely said yes. She jumped at the chance, which I was so surprised about and happy about, and she is also now producing in some manner. So Taylor and I started meeting in September. It's now November, almost December. We had a couple meetings where we kind of fleshed out what we wanted, and she wrote some drafts, and I thought they were very good, and then she brought on Miles, who is going to be the director. Miles has not directed anything quite like this before. He is also kind of starting out in this way. So then we also approached Zach now to shoot, who I have worked with on Kissing in the Rain and I Ship It. And he also is working on a similar project to this, so he also jumped at the chance to be a part of it because this is very much kind of a test run for him for another thing that he's doing. So we kind of assembled the team, and after that we decided to reach out to Ashley Clements to play Cal. We had originally kind of played with the idea of me playing both parts, which would have been fun, but I think it's for the best that we brought somebody else on, not only for my stress level, but it'll just make it a lot easier to shoot, and while our resources are pretty limited, simplicity is key, and I love Ashley, and I haven't gotten to work with her since Lizzie Bennett, except for Muzzled, which we haven't done much of yet, so we're really excited to work together again. So we had a table read a few weeks ago, and that went really well. Last week, Taylor and I went shopping for some costume options for the first scene. I'm videoing this transaction.
Oh boy.
I'm really excited.
Ooh. Oh my god. Feels like, okay. My entire life is leading up to this moment.
We have a lot to do in terms of building the set, and we're hoping to do that starting Thursday when Zach gets back from his Thanksgiving trip. And we're looking to shoot this coming weekend. We are having a rehearsal tonight with Ashley and Miles. It's been a bit of a struggle with scheduling because it's almost the holidays. So we are looking at shooting one day before the holidays and one day after. Unfortunately, we want to shoot at the YouTube space for the second day, and it does not open until the 6th of January, and that's the day that we start Muzzled. So The holidays and the YouTube space being difficult to schedule have kind of thrown a wrench into everything, so it's a little more slow going than I like. It would be really nice to go ahead and shoot both days and get it done, but you know what? There are lots of problems that come up during production, and so far we're doing okay. That's where we're at. Hope it goes smoothly. I'm pretty nervous. This is pretty new and weird for me, but I'm also really excited and really glad we're doing it, and glad that everybody has been so game to be on board.
So you're going to go around the right side of the table from where
So
you're
wait,
sitting.
sorry. I leaned over and sniffed her, and then did I lean back to say you were human?
Yeah, so after
Okay.
you're...
So we had rehearsal tonight for Perry's Spore. Miles and I really talked about Perry's just like backstory, and it's all very vague, and it's like clear that it's in space and Earth is not habitable anymore, but there's a lot of details that are just not there, so we worked out some of that and kind of why Perry's doing what she's doing, so that was really helpful. I'm back at the Americana looking for more costume options for this weekend for Spore. We are supposed to shoot on Sunday. Originally we were shooting on Saturday, tomorrow, but it's all been kind of crazy, and we're taking tomorrow to build the set. I'm a little concerned, I'm a little stressed, not gonna lie. We had a really hard time finding a production designer, and then Chris was gonna do it, and then he got really sick. So he has been out of commission, which is okay, but it would be nice if we had somebody on that. Zach said that he could take care of it, and Zach has a very clear idea of what he wants, which is good. But he is doing it all himself, and he just got back into town yesterday, so I'm just a little concerned about it all getting done in time, which if it doesn't, that's fine. We will be able to just push it to January. I just don't want to waste everybody's time this weekend, but Miles feels confident, so I'm trying to relax and trust that it'll be okay. I'm gonna look at these clothes now. Well, having talked to Zach and Miles, we are not gonna shoot tomorrow, but we are gonna get started building stuff today and possibly work on that tomorrow as well. Yo, we're going to buy supplies. Just gonna go to some craft stores and go bananas. We got crafts. We got a steering wheel. We're ready to go to space. We also got space balls.
And this is gonna go clearly out of focus.
I was thinking that would you be able to do that with having with the Steadicam and basically do it a little bit, like shift it a little bit to get some movement?
Miles and I just went over to Zach's and they talked about stuff, and we decided the best thing to do is to push until January, which I feel a lot better about actually. It's going to take Zach some time to build the set, and we just underestimated the amount of time he would have and his stress level because he just got back from out of town and is moving, and we're going to Big Bear on Monday, so there's a lot going on. I think it will be best for everybody, and hopefully this way we can book the YouTube space and get more people on board. This has been a process, but we are learning, and I think it's gonna be all for the best. Back at the Americana, 2-3 days later, so excited. So I'm bringing back the looks that I got that we are not gonna use. We decided on one of them, and we decided on a date, and we are set. We are gonna be shooting January 31st and February 1st, boom boom. So a little later than we thought, but I think it will all be for the best.
Shooting herself.
And then we are jumping to this.
Not in a vlog way.
But not in a vlog way. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm giving Zach our DP a lot of freedom. So, like, there are, like, 3 things that need to happen. But basically, it's going to be a lot of, like, tracking. Yeah, that's nice now.
Yes!
Oh, that looks so
epic, gross.
good.
That's amazing. So
That looks so good. Yeah.
Cool. I think
Yeah,
I like the one on the
figured
left
you'd, like-
more.
yeah. Mary-Kate, are you handling craft services?
I can, yeah. I kind of assumed that I would. Today, Chris Higgins, who is supposed to be our art department, informed me that he got a paying job so he cannot help us build the set, which is fine. I wouldn't want anybody to turn down work, but I got a little pressed / stressed / worried about that. This has not been an easy process. It's been very eye-opening for sure, but it has been really difficult, and I'm gonna be glad when it's over. It's hard to focus on acting and story when you're also focusing on all these other things.
But am I still standing here, or do I like? Can I?
I want you to stand. I want like some degree of like looseness here. So like when you're here, you're like loose. You're like almost like playing with the fact that you're in light. And then when that buzzer sounds, I want you to like lose all of that looseness and have like tension in your body again. So if you go down, maybe do it for like 1 moment rather than go down and stay down.
Okay.
I liked you
You
whispering
liked it?
they are fishermen.
You
I
think
liked
it was
that
better?
good. No, I'm not saying she has to be there the whole time, but I don't know. I don't know where you want that, but
maybe
that
go
was
down on
really-
that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, try it again.
Manifest.
Buzzer sounds.
You are fish. They are the fishermen.
So scary.
They are the fishermen.
I like that so much. That's so creepy. I like it.
Me too. All right, we're keeping that.
Okay, good.
We're listening to emo music and screwing up this table. So we want it to look yucky and gross. Blood tests. 1, 2, 3. I already half wiped them off. Look at my weird eyebrows. They're bloody. It's fake.
Oh, it's fake.
Tomorrow we are shooting Spore, and I'm feeling much better than I was a week ago when I was vlogging and was unhappy. We've had rehearsals this week and meetings. Miles has been so on top of his stuff, and everybody else has been as well, so I'm feeling a lot more positive. In fact, I feel like I'm maybe enjoying it. Building a space pod. Oops, there's boxes under that space pod. It's happening. See? It's a space pod. Are making light bulbs happen. Look at that. That's some spacey light bulb business. We're poking light bulbs into... What is that poster board?
That's awesome.
She in makeup. This is Haley. I've known her for so long. She did makeup on The Sound in the Shadow, which is one of my feature films. She's given me a